Oh boy, alright, it's been another one of them days. We are going to continue with our playthrough of Apollo Justice. Do I remember where we were? Heck no, I don't. Alright, we're in the Mason system, whatever that means. Exploring the past and the future using anachronisms to solve everything, right? We showed off future stuff in the past already, didn't we? Yeah, oh, this opened up. We haven't been in here yet. So I guess we'll check that one out. Oof. Heck. Present day, Central Prison, Solitary Cell 13. Well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin? Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago? My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? You look well, Phoenix Wright. You too, Gavin. Oh boy. Alright, well, let's talk. Gavin's murder, 7-year-old case. Let's break his Gavin murdered the Trucy's father. Heck. Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours. And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was? Who he was? Zach Gramery. You know, the defendant. I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zach? Impossible. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think? After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty. But your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. 7-year-old case? You recall that case 7 years ago? Ah, yes. The trial where Zach Gramery pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? Was it now? The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position, after all. For 7 years we've been friends, and yet I still don't understand you. But right, your friendship toward me was never pure. You suspected me then as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. Reason for murder? You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game, Zach Grammary mentioned your name, Gavin. Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name. After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zach Grammary. Of course. Only 5 of them? Whoa! I've never seen psyche locks like these. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? You won't even try. Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. Oh, I noticed the little, glass bottle thing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know. He's doing his nails. Why is everyone doing their nails? Examine. You thinking what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say? One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First rate in all things, except nothing less. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me. Nail polish slipped into pocket. Beautiful. More anachronisms to throw to the past. Okay, nail polish found in Christoph Gavin's cell. The nail polish is colorless. Ariadone. Is that how we're gonna pronounce that? I've heard of that brand. And this must be the brand symbol. It's supposed to be some kind of flower. Wait, no. Maybe it's a hand. Wait, on second thought. Well, if that's meant to be some kind of Ariadne, as in the mythological figure, as parsed through someone who did not read Kana, the Greek reference through the Kana. Anyway, wait, no, maybe it's a hand. Wait, on second thought, is that an eagle? Who makes these things up, anyway? You'd think they'd try for a clearer symbol, at least. Okay, so Ariadne. Okay, what else have we got? Since we got at least one clue, there might be more. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here? Ah, yes. She's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending. But she is my best friend, as they say. Best? Come, now I'm starting to feel bad for you. Oh? Of course, she's known to bite if handled roughly. Your rose bites? Come on, Phoenix. I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retriever, Vongol. Cute, but feisty. Every dog has its thorn. So you knew what thorns would bark, but that didn't work for you, did it? Bark. Vongol? That's probably not correct. Oh. What? Fongale? Clams? Vongole. Set of pasta served in a sauce with clams and other ingredients, such as olive oil and tomatoes. And that's what you name your dog. Okay. That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. David Chrysler, 424 Apple Street, Blazing Springs, California, 96012. That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. You get mail here in jail? That I do, though they read it first, apparently. Still, I'm allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. That's some chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You'd probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs. In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. You'd have to add 2 digits to the price of the standard prison-issued chair for this. Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should redecorate. Okay, let's see here. It's strange, you know. Here I am in solitary, and yet the books keep piling up. Looks like you've got more than books up there. Ah, yes, my collection. I have a few friends on the prison staff. They show me a little kindness. Just a little. The violin, the goat, the bird, the tea, the whole furniture is a shenanigan. Okay. Has everything been examinated? Everything has been animated. Okay. We will continue our speech. See if we can find a reason for murder. Alright. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game. Zach Grammary mentioned your name, Gavin. Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name. After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seemed to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands, should it come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zach Goramery. Okay. Oh, no, I have to... Do I have to present to get through this? Whoa, I've never seen psyche locks like these. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? There's something wrong, right? That's right, I have to use a different button, don't I? Wait, I don't even get the button. Oh! That's what you mean when you talk about, can I even unlock these? I don't get the option. Normally there is a separate button to push. Okay, so that's what happened. Do I want to present you things? I don't have any reason to show you things. I picked up a thing, and that's good enough. I wonder if that's something useful for Vera. Is that the luck charm she takes out with her? I mean, it could be. Because she does take it with her. We have seen that. The client. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp?
No, that's not why. They listened to me, to my problem.
The problem that keeps her inside all the time.
Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm that your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? See, that also goes into the theory that the Gavin, one or the other of the Gavins, was involved in this whole shenanigan.
Take that!
No? This was what they gave you, wasn't it? The same bottles over there on your desk. Never mind where this one came from. That would only cause a temporal paradox. Your good luck charm, right?
I heard once. Cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power.
Ah, of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job. Was this the client? Please don't give me both of them. Okay, I only have one Gavin. It's this Gavin. Was his bottle.
Take that!
This man is a friend of mine. Know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually.
I promised. I promised not to tell.
Unlock successful. She looks so horrified by being unlocked. That's not what you do to people, Beck. the client.
I'm sorry, I can't talk about the client. I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work.
I don't need a name anymore. I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in his charm, then?
I think they might be the devil.
Ah?
Or maybe an angel?
What do you mean?
I saw it, or I think I saw it, when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face.
Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's?
No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile.
So, where'd you see this devil, then?
It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's when I knew that person wasn't like other people. And that's why I believe in my good luck charm.
I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all. I'll be leaving now.
I'm sorry for what happened.
If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Grammary.
Did I do something bad?
What makes you think that?
Your eyes. They're sad. Very sad.
I'll put on my smile next time I come, promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera.
Oh, okay.
Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with a young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. Okay, so we ended that, but we haven't picked up anything new from doing that. Did we open up a... We did not open up a... What did he need? We got Vera's good luck charm. The Grammary secret. The Grammary secret. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources in hand, I would say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? Thalassa Grammary? I will not speak of that. Thalassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. Did we already answer that?
Take that!
The three of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet there's another story behind the fame, one that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal. To you and Valiant Grammary's bullets. Oh no. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Valiant would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder I might mention. Damn you. Her eyes. I loved Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. But there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She is dead, and Magnify Grammar has joined her.
So the only one with her power left now is Trucy? Mr. Zack?
I do not know.
I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else, someone other than Trucy. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power.
How would I know?
My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who.
Apollo? I mean, Apollo does have the power. It's kind of weird, but it's not Mike Meekins. See, the other possibility would be Vera, but I don't think it's going to be Vera. It's not Spark Brush. Is it heckin' Apollo?
Take that!
This boy.
His name is, I forget, something weird.
It is Apollo. It is Apollo. Heck. Apollo is a Greek name, right? Yeah? Like Thalassa?
His name is, I forget, something weird.
Who could he be?
An attorney.
Attorney?
I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices.
So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy, I could use a laugh.
Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring.
A ring? Ring? Is that related to her? Do we see it, like, upon her person? That would be something, wouldn't it? A ring?
Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link.
Okay, so they're telling me that I might. Is it in here? Is it inside the locket? The locket?
No clues here, because I'm not good at hitting the button.
Oh! Is that the rim of it there?
So this is Trucy's mother, Thalassa. She's pretty. I can picture her on stage with Zack. Still, she looks like a down-to-earth type, too. I guess Trucy takes after her.
Zuminski, look at that. That's the ring. That's the thing. Can I show that?
Take that!
Mr. Zack.
His face is your response, Mr. Ex-Attorney. You did say that I wouldn't laugh if I knew the facts, right?
Yeah.
Heck. And what am I supposed to show? What is the evidence that shows it more clearly? Or have I just not retrieved it yet? Because it's not on this one. I'm pretty sure. I didn't have the opportunity to show the person.
Yeah.
A few magicians will tell you they're going to produce a dove, then take off their hat. It's almost more effective to not reveal your hand in advance, Mr. Wright.
Which I've just done, clearly.
The question is, do I have a trump card in here somewhere? I think, right? Think. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Okay. Actually, a ring. Perhaps this will refresh your memory. Okay, so let me see if that is something that I actually have, because I don't think... Okay, safe here, something. Yeah, that goes on for a while. Not here. Is it here? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Heck. This is not it. We're hunting it down. Heck. It's being slow at me. Okay, so... not here. This is here. Refresh your memory. Well, it's Zach that we're checking. Yeah, present Apollo. Sneak in this Borscht Bowl. Borscht Bowl is where we are. Okay, so this is not. Oh, we're not there. Am I not here yet? Magatama, okay. Okay, so it's the Apollo Justice. Okay, so I'm missing something else. Okay, so let's get out of here. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. So the only thing we can do is go to the only area back here we haven't been. You there. Okay. The trick up his sleeve. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. Heck. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, That's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? I guess it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painful as possible. Painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. Okay, so since we've already established that this gun actually was involved in the death of... Why, that's one of ours. Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet. One shot. What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers. I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Zack and Valent's quick-draw shooter. How long has it been since those shots were last heard? Was the shoot-'em cancelled because someone might get hurt? Of course. What other reason would there be? Well, it could have been cancelled because someone had already been hurt. Fascinating, my Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage? The performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It's concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot? Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on. And this shows who it was. Okay, so this is the locket which shows who it was? Yes? Please? But that's... Zack Grammary's wife, and Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe, was her name. Ah, Alakazar! But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets? Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. Ooh. What shows the danger that's... Is that something I've seen? What? What? What is the danger in there? Oh? It's telling me to show this. It doesn't make sense why. Troop Grammary's performances were very, very popular. So popular they even made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame. We were not merely the latest craze. We were an age, a golden age. It's all here on this stamp. There's Thalassa, yes? Trucy's mother is missing, I hear. What happened to her? I don't know. Part of his memory is still locked up. It is one thing you're failing to address. What's that? As you say, our troop was a world unto itself. If our leader, Magnify, was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But, Mr. Wright, then he would have hid a crime, making him an accomplice. not a great foundation for blackmail. Valance got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnify covered it up, who's this asshole? This is Valant Grammary. He's a magician. Howdy, Ralinus. Oof. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnify covered it up, his innocence would come into question. I found the right address, Mr. Wright. I'm so close. There has to be something about how Thalassa's death could affect Zack and Valant's relationship with Magnify. I see in your eyes you still have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove why Thalassa's accident tied your hands so completely. Well, Trucy, obviously. Right? Do 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 do. Or no? Huh? What? Some of these are strange. I mean, we know it's with a person. It's gonna take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. What happened to Thalassa? We believe that she got shot during the trick where she's supposed to get shot and not actually die, but there was an accident and she got shot and actually died. It's gonna take a little knowledge of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of Zack's wife tied both your hands. And this information proves why Magnify held so much power over you. Oh. Okay, so because she was his daughter, they were in big trouble for killing his daughter.
Take that!
It wasn't a question of who shot Thalassa. Thalassa herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zack Gramarie's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnify Gramarie's only daughter. There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnify's power over you, I don't know what was. It was an accident. Unlock successful. Blackmail. There is no proof, none at all. But Thalassa went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put one and one together. Ours was a complex family. We're still playing as Phoenix in an Apollo Justice game? Yeah. Apparently this is we have to learn the secrets of who Apollo Justice really is also. It's all shenanigans. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troop Gramarye? The master of Magnify Gramarye, his only daughter, and his two disciples. That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Do not be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that is all it was. An accident. Zack and Valant's tour de force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly, straight toward that beautiful body on stage. And then crash, zing, pow, into everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick, with a new twist. And tragedy. But as for whose bullets stole Thalassa's life, we shall never know the answer. Thalassa disappeared from our lives, and Zack was bereft of his wife. Trucy lost her mother, and the Magnify, his daughter. Why would they not be able to know who shot? Clearly they're standing on opposite sides from her, and there would be basic evidence showing from which direction she was shot. And that led to blackmail, I take it. It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls. The darkness, eh? Why did Magnify Garamari try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died. All I can say is, it was a critical time for Turnabout Garamari. A passing of the torch from Magnify to Zack and the Valiant. We all sacrificed so that it might be a success. Thalassa's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even though their life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zack, found we could no longer oppose Magnify's wishes. Magnify forced us to perform his art for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions? Huh? To decide to hide the truth of your own daughter's death is one thing. But then to hang that death as a guillotine above our heads? Things were dark behind the scenes in Troop Garamari, that's for sure. Does Trucy know? She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know that her father might have taken their mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. Gonna bounce his theory. You're gonna play this game someday and don't want spoilers. It's okay. You have fun. Thank you for stopping by. Me, I usually don't worry about spoilers unless I'm gonna play it really soon. Because it's I ain't gonna remember nothing. I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. Not to find Magnify's Slayer, I should think. True. After that accident, there was one who came sniffing, quite persistently. A reporter. He called himself a newsman at the time. Often I spied him lurking about the dressing room, doing his research. Would you happen to remember his name? What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. But in the course of his interviewing, he became quite close to my partner, Zack. I liked him not. I see. His name, do not recall, but his scent, the cloying aroma of meat. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Thanks for your help. It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds. I'm sorry. I had begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over Troop Garamari, and I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned, the newsman, I never learned who that was at the time, though I've got a pretty good idea who it is now. That smile and the sickly sweet smell of mint. The last floss-thin thread connecting Zack Garamari to this world. Hydrate? Yeah, I can do that. Thank you, Dogai. The last thin thread connecting Zach Gramry to this world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down. Just imagine Fallon saying, "You're monologuing, sir." Still here. Here we go, Drew Studio and Sunshine Coliseum. In the future, the present, whatever. Let's go to the Drudio. Just cracked a NA cold one that fizzed all over you. No. Present day, Drew Studio. Well, what do we have here? Remember me? Of course I remember you. Journalist meets ex-attorney in bar, end quote. Can I ask what you're doing here? Mr. Misham was poisoned and his daughter's... Oh, yes, I know. Oh, how I know. Yes. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he tracked down case just a little quicker, end quote. Were you on the trail of this case the whole time? Zach Gramry was a good friend. Not sure how it got shaken. Guess it was you driving. Yeah. Just basic transport will mess things up. Zach Gramry was a good friend. Zach said something to that effect back at the Bush Bowl Club. What a character, what a man. If a little, no, a lot, no, extremely rough around the edges. Do you think I could ask you a few questions? Oh, you serious? I mean, I'm usually the interviewer, not the interviewee. Journalists ask questions, not the other way around, end quote. Fine, shoot, I don't care. People have been asking me all sorts of things lately. All sorts of things lately. Okay, first off, I'm going to look around this room. See if I observe anything of import. Such as a lovely stamp. Let's take a closer look at that desk. I missed it. No clues here. This frame looks even smaller sitting next to that photo. Just the right size for a commemorative stamp, indeed. A commemorative stamp put there by a daughter that killed her father. Sometimes life just sucks. Phoenix doesn't feel bad about them dying because of his own lost career. A picture of a young Mr. Misham and a very young Vera. They're smiling. They look happy. Of course, now Mr. Misham's passed away, and Vera's on death's doorstep in the hospital. Oh right, she also got the dose of the poison. Guess I'll just do what I can, and hope it's enough. Envelope. This envelope's from the client who requested that forgery. Just think, if that had gotten lost in the mail, I'd still be wearing my attorney's badge.
Objection!
I just have to do that when I see this pose. I can't believe it's been 7 years. I have to stop torturing myself with these things. I know, I'll just pretend it's saying something else. The post office? Why, it's right over there. Good day, sir. Objection! Oh no. Okay, I don't know if anything else in the world is... What the heck? You're forging a GameCube or something? It's just wild, the setup that they have here. Anyway, I don't know if any of this stuff would be of import. This is where Mr. Misham fell. Never thought our 7-year reunion would be quite like this. Wait, you knew Mr. Misham? I met him once, in court. It was a brief meeting, but one I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Now that's a story right there, that is. I smell it school. Ex-attorney now down on his luck peeing his place out of sorrow, end quote. I'm all ears. Let's have it. Don't hold him back.
Could you at least get rid of the down on his luck part?
Also, it's old news, dude. Old news. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with most of this, probably. Family of forgers.
It was tragic what happened to Drew Misham and his daughter.
Forgery is a serious crime, and they paid the price.
You want to read his arm?
No. You know what really did them in, though, don't you?
Yes, a forged diary page.
The night I interviewed him, I found out something about Mr. Misham I hadn't known.
What's that?
You know, he always felt like he was being watched. Every day for 7 years. Walls have ears, potatoes have eyes, end quote.
Being watched? You mean he felt guilty?
No, I don't talk about feelings here. You know, I felt watched too. The whole time I've been on this case, no less. Journalist gets tingling sensation on back of neck, freaks out, end quote.
Because you felt guilty?
Why would I feel guilty?
You felt like you were being watched, huh? I wonder what it all means.
It means the feeling that people are looking at you. Guilt? Paranoia.
Okay. Drew Misham felt like he was being watched. And you along with him. You sure it wasn't just nerves?
Nerves? No, it's nothing so mundane. I stopped paying attention to my nerves a long time ago. But I felt it too. Journalist sure he is being watched, end quote. Don't you wonder why Zach Gravner got rubbed out after 7 years? Right after coming into contact with me? He completely vanishes from that courtroom. Then for 7 years he talks to no one, not a soul. Then, just as the remaining time was almost up, he contacts me in order to have this back.
And then he dies?
Starting to put the pieces together, are we?
And you were being watched this whole time?
Maybe not just me. Maybe you were too.
Me?
Zach Gravner. Right. I met Zach through that case, actually.
You mean the shooting of Magnify Gravity?
No, before that. It's not widely known.
You mean the accident during the quick draw shooting practice?
My, you're well informed. You should have seen me back then. I dug up quite the scoop. I wanted it all. Money, fame, women, a little puppy. All for me. I was younger then, and my days and nights smelled of fresher mint than they do now.
Valent Grammary did mention one particularly nosy reporter.
In fact, I was on close speaking terms with Magnify Grammar at the time. I knew his daughter too, of course. Thalassa, was it?
Really?
Then Thalassa disappeared, quite suddenly at that. And Magnify wouldn't say a word about it. Yeah, my evil habit got the better of me. Journalists catch a set of a scoop, goes on feeding frenzy, end quote. I set up a one-on-one interview with Lass's husband, see.
Zach Grammary.
Something strange was in the air over Trick Grammary in those days. The whole screwy mentor-controlling disciple scene started by then, I guess. Lassa, she was part of it all, right? Come on, you can tell me, off the record.
Sorry, I don't know.
Anyway, I kept prying and eventually became friends with Zach. Sure, he punched me once or twice, or 5 times, but over time he came to see me as his confidant. Valent. He's been waiting this whole time, 7 years, eh?
Waiting?
For his big comeback, of course. A big revival of the Magnify Miracle. And of course, it was all a dream.
Because of this.
the performance rights. In the absence of any official documents, he was golden. Who's to say the old man didn't give his rights to both Zack and Val? So Valent waited until Zack died. Legally, at least. Time finally comes and Valent's like a kid on Christmas morning. He's getting ready for his show at the Sunshine Coliseum, you know. If that document sees the legal light of day, it's gonna put a bit of a damper on the big show. He's so sorry when that Valagram ran. Lost after his partner work, and in love too. Love? It's the same old story, really. Two disciples of their mentor's only daughter. One has three sides and all of them pointing. The love triangle. That is pretty classic. When you're in a performing troupe, that's your world. It's like family. One with an entire high school's worth of drama, intrigue, and backstab. And in the middle of all this, the Lhasa has Trucy. And then she dies. I need to find out more about this Thalassa. Okay, I don't care anything else about this place. We will exit here. Check out Coliseum. Present day, Sunshine Coliseum. Well, this is a blast from the distant past. Long time no see, Mr. Valent. 7 years has it been? Frankly, I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Actually, I came because there's something I want to ask you. I've spoken to the press. I have nothing more to say. I've spoken to a lot of people myself and come to some conclusions. But then I realized I needed to hear it from you. Magnify grammar. I've walked a difficult road these past 7 years. Because you couldn't perform Magnify's repertoire? Do not be deceived. Valent's skill is the real deal. I do not require my mentor's hand without. No, it was my partner who slowed me on my way. Zack Grammary. His rather well performed Spearing Act 7 years ago was the end. Or so I thought. Zack Grammary murdered our mentor and fled to escape punishment for his crime. You said something to that effect 7 years ago, didn't you? I remember it as if 'twere only yesterday. Yes, that was not the way of it in the end. For while he vanished, the suspicions upon my own person never did. His partner Zack vanished to protect him. That's what those thieving magpies of a press said. I had no idea. Yet that very same press comes to me now, feigning interest. They cover the greatest magic show in history as if it were a vaudevillian distraction. And here must I stand, smiling at them all. What am I, if not a player in some fiendish farce? Might I suggest it's because you never made it clear what happened? Magnify's death is still a mystery to this day. Which is why I came here to get the answer from you. Well, heck, I knew I'd be seeing these sooner or later. The audience has no business stepping upon the stage. They must be content to sit and stare at the spotlight. That sounds like an awful lot. That sounds an awful lot like something I heard 7 years ago. Alright. Magnify. Magnify's death. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. For 7 long years I've endured. Now, finally, the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our troupe within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valent. But right now, I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Valent, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this. What? Oh, this is where we show this. Right?
Take that!
And what might that be? I see it bears the Grammary seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner. But I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnify's miracles. What? Zack Grammary? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter? Trucy Enigmar. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous. Zack is gone, vanished into the void. This is the genuine article. Zack was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Wow. Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But they shot Magnify. Yes, it was Zack, it was! And then he left, and my career as a magician fell into darkness. Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say, if you could prove Zack Grammary shot Magnify? Was that why you testified? Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out. Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnify Grammary? Oh. I don't have the... I can't show people here. Do I show the Zack or the Valent letter? Do I show Amazing Mr. Hat? Hold on. Do we have... I mean, everything we had pointed to it being Valent. We just didn't have good proof. The proof that we had was a forgery. Do we show that it was Valent? Wait, what? That's a thing I don't have. Okay, so I may not have this. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Was I able to show anything further to him? What the heck? I do not have that. Boo. Oh. No. Wait a minute. Where do I get that? Oh. Wait, what?
Okay, let's try this again, see if it'll let me do the thing. I don't know. The Grammary Secret. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine.
And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you.
Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say.
Yet I myself have no such power.
But Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? Thalassa Grammary?
I will not speak of that.
Thalassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her.
Take that!
The three of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet there's another story behind the fame, one that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal for you and Valiant Grammary's bullets.
It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa?
I'm sure Valiant would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder I might mention.
Damn you. Her eyes. I loved Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She's dead, and the Magnify Grammary has joined her.
So the only one with her power left now is Trucy? Mr. Zack?
I do not know.
I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else, someone other than Trucy, someone who inherited Thalassa's power.
How would I know?
My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who.
Take that!
This boy. His name is... I forget. Something weird.
Who could he be?
An attorney.
Attorney?
I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices.
So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh.
Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring.
Ring?
Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link.
Oh, you really expect me to have something I don't have? Like, I can't show a person here. Do 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 do.
Hold on.
Oh. Okay, so that was actually from What's-His-Face. Wait, can you just show that? I guess that makes sense. Okay, so let's get out of here. Back to Brushel.
So we talked to him about Zack and Valent, and then he said something about needing to hear more about Thalassa. So if we show, for example, Mr. Brushel, do you know this person? Do I know that person? Of course. I was friends with Zack after all. He hit me a few times. 5 times, actually. But still, I'd never forget his wife. Thalassa Grammary. Magnify Grammary's only daughter. Do you think you could tell me more about her? Well, why the heck not? Okay. Here we go. Thalassa. So, Thalassa married Zack and had Trucy, see? It was her second marriage, actually. You mean she was divorced? I hadn't heard this one before. Not quite. Her late husband was a reformer, too. Apparently he died during some gig. Tragic, really. They had only been married 1 year. I didn't know. Ah, but she was a beauty. I still carry a portrait photo of her around, you know. There, now you can see them more clearly. I've known Trucy since she was a little thing, too. She got the better deal, really. She's got usage for family, after all. What do you mean? Just reminiscing, you know. Thalassa has another child besides Trucy, end quote. What? But Trucy said she was an only child. Ah, yes, this one she had with her previous husband. Her previous husband? Her first husband who died during a performance? Yeah, they had themselves a kid. Another orphan now. That's another one who slipped through the cracks. No idea where they are now. Thalassa had another child? Do you think I could borrow that photo? Sure, I can be generous on occasion, you know. Okay, so now I have Thalassa's portrait. This is what we needed to show what's-his-face. I won't need this locket anymore. Really? Better return to Trucy before I forget. People and events all get tangled together and get biggerer and biggerer. Biggerer and biggerer? Oh, it's just we're gonna run out of space and they didn't want to program a third menu. Right. Photo of a young Thalassa, Trucy's mother. Don't you think? I was too busy wondering about biggerer to listen to what you were saying. Sometimes you just gotta accept that you won't be able to untangle it all, I think. Maybe so, but still. I have to do what I can. And I have to tell what I find to those who come next. Next, you say? I'm not the one who will close the curtain on this little play. Apparently, that's not my role anymore. Magnify! I was just wondering what Magnify would think of all this. What do you mean? Haven't you seen it in Trucy? She's got his power. You mean how I can't lie to Trucy? He was the same with Magnify. And with his daughter, Thalassa. It's a strange thing. You think it's some grammary gene? Magnify told me once, back when Zack married Thalassa. He said Zack had good eyes. But not good like a grammary's eyes. Not that good. I wonder if Zack ever played a game of poker with his wife. Who knows what the grammary secret was? Maybe nobody now that Zack's gone. Zack Grammary. The plot had finally begun to reveal itself. It sprouted from a warp in the Grammary fabric, and grew, swallowing everything, wrapping itself around the Grammary's power. A power which passed from Magnify Grammary to Thalassa to the next generation. And I would once again need to meet the one who bridged it all together. Okay, so handled. So now I can show Thalassa here. Okay, we're gonna speed through this because we've already read this twice today. The Grammar Secret. Now more about the Papuses. Okay. Okay. You don't want to talk about her because of the gun, which we could show the gun to, apparently. It's an accident. Okay. Like he doesn't know there was more. Russell knows. Apollo Justice. Is this boy? His name is... I forget. Something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney? I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. So, what are we to make of this, oh great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. A ring? Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link.
Take that!
Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalassa was her second. How did you know this? Her first husband, he died a year after they were wed, yes? He was a performer. They met when he joined his grandmother's as guest in our show. After Thalassa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They are a Grammary family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in the picture. What? So that's why. Why what, Mr. Zack? I took this photograph of Thalassa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I bet I know where that other one went. She gave it to this boy, her son.
Unlock successful.
The Grammary Secret. This strange power, I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact is that it passed down the Grammary line. It runs in their veins. What is it? I asked her, Thalassa, once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others. Tension? If she were to face a person, and it became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So, she could see it? Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting his tension, without the use of a particular object, or, in her case, objects. Objects? Wait, were they something she wore? Yes, bracelets. I admit, the first time I saw one of these, I thought there was more to it than just fashion. But what kind of power could a bracelet have? I've made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Ooh, heck. Alright. A whole brand new dialogue tree. Juicy to Apollo.
Well, I hardly need you to tell me at this point, but those two are brother and sister, yes. And the brother, too, has this power of theirs. The whole six-pack is explosive, oh no. And the brother, too, has this power of theirs. So Trucy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Wright, you had better tell them before they get too close. Tonight, after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I would not see her live her life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I am in your debt once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up. The bracelets? Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. So they're temperature sensitive or something? Yes. This is how they can shrink to the exact size of their wearer's wrists. And this has something to do with the power. What have I told you? The Gramarye power reacts to tension in others. When a Gramarye senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles? Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for. With the bracelet on, one can sense its contractions, because the bracelet is always a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist. Precisely. But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? I guess that sounds simple enough. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about the ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard of it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped, if they focus. Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of the face, and the meaning that lies behind it. Therein lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. So, basically, what you're saying is... the Gramaryes can see really well? For them, seeing is more than believing. It is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with exceptional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me, too. Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something. Precisely. But wait, Trucy doesn't have any bracelets. You're talking about poker, yes? The timing of when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trucy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things Gramarye. Well, thank you, Mr. Zack. If his boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? I've said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night. That night? The night my mentor, Magnify Gramarye, passed from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols, and 2 letters sent. This was Magnify's test. A test? In his last years, Magnify Gramarye worked just to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night, I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seems, was the correct answer.
Is an answer answer from anagram.com.
Siri heard something. Take this. I give my art to you, Zack. What? It is thanks to playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hand. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. Bah, I thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then, of course, I would have given Valent his chance. And if I had shot you in the forehead instead, then it would be over. If your Valent were to shoot me in the head, then I to the doctors would go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Ah. Yet this ending, too, gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack. And I am sorry. I have done much that was wrong in my day. It seems to me that Magnify wanted you to be a successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valent's. Perhaps, but it's not something we'll ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Valent up to these days? Waiting for you to die. If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him. Ah. And now here I am, and his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know? What? You don't mean to tell me they put the blame for our mentor's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Valent had helped you pull it off. But that's madness. Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated? Even though I'm dead? That night, Zack Grammary was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted. This. To whom it may concern, his confession, to use as I saw fit. To whom it may concern, 7 years past, I, Zack Grammary, murdered my mentor, Magnify Grammary. I apologize for the trouble caused by my sudden departure from court, and hereby confess to my crime. What? Why is he confessing? Of course, he'd killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valent Grammary. Zack's confession out of the court record. Heck. Hey, to the Coliseum. Heck and all the hecks. Magnify's death. Ask what you will, you'll get nothing from me. I'm as much a part of this affair as you are now. I have to know what happened. 7 long years I have endured. Now, finally, the curtain lifts on my new golden age. All the miracles of our truth within my grasp. Sorry to do this, Valent. But right now, I need answers. I think I'll start by dropping a bomb. That should shake things up. Valent, I wouldn't be so sure about those miracles. Not as long as I have this.
Okay, and what was that again? Miracles? Oh yeah, the rights.
Take that!
And what might that be? See, it bears the Grammary seal. I should have brought this to your attention sooner. But I didn't imagine you'd be planning your comeback quite so fast. What is this? A document showing the true recipient of the performance rights to Magnify's miracles. What? Zach Grammary? He wrote this? What? He passed everything to his daughter? Trucy Enigmar. Actually, she's officially my daughter these days. Preposterous. Zach is gone, vanished into the void. This is the genuine article. Zach was alive when he wrote this. Both myself and the notary can testify to this. Oh. Wow. Why does fate toy with me so? Why must my life be lived in thrall to the dead? You're not the only one with that problem. But he shot Magnify. Yes, it was Zach. It was. And then he left. And my career as a magician fell into darkness. Did you think there might be some way out of it? Say if you could prove Zach Grammary shot Magnify? Was that why you testified? Yes, my way out. It should have been my way out. Well, it might not be too late, Mr. Valent. All you need is a way to prove your case. Who really killed Magnify Grammary?
Take that!
I believe I have the answer to your prayers right here. Zach Grammary wrote one more thing before passing on. But this is a confession, in which he admits to the killing of Magnify Grammary. See? All according to your plan. I am a magician betrayed. Deception is my life's work. I fool the audience, give them a fleeting dream. Yet it seems the tables have turned. I am the audience, believing in the deceptions I have brought upon myself. Zach wrote this right in front of me, after I explained your situation to him. OMG! Unlock successful. Magnify Grammary. You do know that this confession is nothing but lies. Yes, it's my opinion that Zach Grammary killed no one. Then you must be thinking the truth is a simple matter of elimination. Who received instructions to kill? What if one is innocent, and the one that remains is guilty? That would be the logical conclusion, yes. So he vanished to protect me, his partner. A stirring tale, it is true. Did you shoot Magnify Grammary in the forehead? If I had and I told you, what would you do? Run to the police, perchance? Wow. Do as you will. There is nothing left for me now. It is true, after all. I have little talent. I needed my mentor Magnify's repertoire. It was as if a little demon grabbed hold of me. I knew it. So Valent Grammary did kill the great Magnify. The? So sorry, Mr. Wright. But it was not I who shot my mentor. What? Yeah, I didn't have to be either. But if it wasn't you, then who was it? There wasn't another disciple, was there? Another disciple? Such as... I don't know. The knack and talent grammary, maybe? With wild fancies couldn't be further from the truth. Only Zack and Valent received those threatening letters. But there was another. One more person could have fired that pistol that night. I don't suppose you figured it out by now? The other parent? Or if the Lassa or Trucy stood. If it wasn't Zack or Valent who shot Magnify, then it had to be the only other person at the scene, which means... Wait, you don't mean... Yes, the great Magnify Grammary himself. The Alakazam made me cringe a little. Yeah. Suicide. So Magnify Grammary committed suicide? You find it hard to believe? To be honest, I hadn't even imagined it as a possibility. When I arrived that night, the old man was still alive. He appeared to be asleep. I could not shoot him. But when I turned and made to leave the room, the old man called out to me. So you spoke with Magnify Grammary? Yes, and this is why I knew what he had done. Magnify transferred the rights to his repertoire to my partner, Zack Grammary, not me. I see. Then I guess I owe you an apology. I always thought you were the one who did it. You owe me no apology. Huh? My crime was, in a way, more serious than that of murder. What? Your crime? Is Valent Grammary confessing something to me? What can be more serious than murder? Revealing the magician's secrets? Valent's crime. You see, I knew that 2 letters had been sent. There are no secrets between partners. It was easy to find out. That was when I understood Magnify's plan. He wanted to die by one of your... he wanted to die by one of your hands? Little did I expect it had anything to do with the rights to his repertoire. That was when I heard it. The little demon whispering inside my heart. The demon... Let me confess, I had intended to shoot Magnify. And I planned on framing my partner for the crime. What? That night, I prepared something before going to Magnify's hospital room. Which was... IV fluid, of course. I'd seen it on an earlier visit. If Zack did not shoot, I would do the deed. Then I used the IV liquid to place the murder on his hands. That was my plan. But you didn't shoot him. I could not. The demon in my heart fled when the moment came. But then Magnify called me back. I'm sorry, Valent. I'm giving my magic to Zack, not you. You still lack the draw he has. Please, help him if you can. I left the room, and then I stopped. The shock of what I had just been told consumed me. That is when I heard that fatal gunshot. Magnify Grammary, killing himself. Then the demon awoke anew within me. Zack killed him. He was the one. Frame him, and the magic will be yours. I altered the scene of his suicide. I took the pistol from his hand, wiped off the prints. Then I used the syringe to add the IV liquid I brought. So in the end, things happened pretty much as planned. Magnify died, and you framed Zack for his murder. As planned indeed.
Of course, the outcome was somewhat different than I had anticipated. Well, what do you think? Do you believe my story? Can it be believed, truly? That was 7 years ago. I don't know what to believe, but... Yes? I'm glad I heard it from you, Mr. Ballant. Thank you. It is I who should be thanking you, Mr. Wright. Only when I'd lost everything could I make my decision. You're going to turn yourself in? My partner may have vanished, but not so my guilt. And as my guilt stays, all else begins to leave me. My friends, my performance rights, my magic. I've had enough of vanishing acts. I understand. I thought my life was ruled by a dead man. But I find I was wrong. For Zack Grammary was alive. Well, not anymore. And now it occurs to me. What if he was not the only one who survived? What do you mean? You see, now that I think about it, I realize that we never saw proof of her demise. We never saw her body. Her? The mind races and the mouth flaps on. My apologies. Forget this matter. I can only hope that the day will come when I again meet my partner, Zack Grammary. Then I shall apologize for my terrible mistake. I'm glad we had this chance to talk. Thank you. Zack Grammary, Shady Smith, whichever name you prefer, he is no longer with us. The truth revealed in that trial was only a sliver, and the impenetrable darkness that remained has taken another life. I knew what I'd have to do to push back the darkness for good, and it would involve paying that man a visit. The one guy we have left? Yes, but we're not going to do that now, because it's about that time.